Hello kids, in today's class we are going to start with the new chapter data, and we have done this chapter already in our grade 4. Okay, so let's quickly go through this chapter. First, we should understand what is data. So we know that what is data? It is a collection of values, numbers. It can be collection of any videos, pictures, audio, through which we can make certain decision, we can take out any information or any decision. We analyze this data and then we make a decision. So this collection of values, numbers, pictures, visuals, audios, etc., this is called as data. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to learn different type of graphs, and a few of them we have already covered in grade 4. Like we have done the bar graphs, we have done the circle graph, telemarks, and so on. Okay, so now let's start with this chapter. If you first see this bar graph, you can infer from seeing it that this is the horizontal bar graph. And why this is horizontal bar graph? Because these bars, they are drawn in the horizontal direction. They are not vertically drawn here. They are drawn horizontally, right? So these are horizontal bars. This is a horizontal bar graph. Now, let us go through this question. When we throw things into the oceans, we are polluting them. The oceans and all the creatures and plants in them play a very important role in protecting our planet and reducing the global warming. Now, the environmental club of a school goes to the beach once a week to clean it up. This horizontal bar graph, it shows the number of bags of different kinds of trash they collected from the seashore. So kids, if we see this graph on the horizontal axis, it is showing the number of bags filled. Okay, and these number of bags, they are filled with what? They are filled with the different kind of trashes, and those different kind of trashes, they are plotted in the vertical axis. So this is the vertical axis, this is this one, and this one is the horizontal axis. In the horizontal axis here, they have plotted the number of bags, and in the vertical axis, they have plotted the different kind of trash collected. So if we read these bars, we have food containers first. So there are 12 bags containing the food containers. There are 19 bags containing the plastic packets. Then there are 14 bags containing metal cans and 8 bags containing the plastic bottles. This is what this graph says. Now let us go through the questions. What does each square represent? So kids, let's go to the first bar and see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares, and the 6 squares is equal to 12 bags here. 12 bags here. That means 1 square is equal to 12 divided by 6, that is 2 bags. Okay, so what does each square represent? It represents 2 bags. Next we have how many bags of plastic packet trash were filled. So we have to say that how many bags of plastic packet trash were filled. So here we have plastic packets of, there are 19 bags, because this bar is somewhere between 18 and 20. In fact, it is in the middle of 18 and 20. So we have 19 bags filled with the plastic packets. How many more bags were filled with metal cans than plastic bottles? So for metal cans, we have 14, and for plastic bottles, we have 8. So how many more? How we can find this out? This is 14 minus 8. That is 6 metal cans more were filled. So there were 6 more bags. 6 bags. How many bags of trash did the student collect in all? So if we want to see in all, what we have to do, we have to add all the data from these histograms. So let's see. From food containers, we have 12 bags. From plastic containers, we have 19. From metal cans, 14. And from plastic bottles, this is 8. So in order to find the total, what we have to do, 8 plus 14 plus 19 plus 12. So this will make 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus 14 is 34. 34 plus 19 will be 34 plus 19 will be 53. So these are 53 bags in all. Okay, so you understood what we have done. In order to find the total, we have added all the bags from for the different type of trashes. Now make a question of your own using the data on the graph. So yes, kids, we can make many questions on the basis of this. The first question we can make here is that which type of trash was collected the minimum, which type of trash was present maximum there, and also we can find out the difference, like how many more food container trash bags were there when compared to the plastic bottles, and similarly we can make other questions of this. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And now let's move to the circle graphs here. So circle graphs, kids, we know that how we have to do it. I'm just giving you a gist of it again, although we have covered this in grade 4. So here, the complete circle, the one full circle, it represents the total data given to us. Okay, so if we are saying that there are 30 students in the class, I'm just taking one example which is not given here. So if I say that I have a class of 30 students, out of which 10 students like singing, 10 students like reading, and the remaining students, they like dancing, okay, as their hobbies, singing, reading and dancing. So how I can represent it in the form of a circle? This complete circle will represent 30 students first, that is the whole class. And now I have to divide it equally into 3 parts, because this is 10, 10 and 30 minus 20 will be 10 here also. So I'm dividing this into equal 3 parts. It will be something like this. So 10 students are here, 10 are here and remaining here. 10 students like singing, 10 students like reading and 10 students like dancing. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This is how we represent the data in the circle graph. Now let's go through what is given in the book to us. Circle graphs show information in different parts and put them together to form a whole. Here, the whole consists of 24 towns. So this is one example of 24 towns given to us. Many kind of electrical energy are obtained from burning oil or coal. This process releases carbon dioxide into the air, which leads to global warming. Today, we try to use clean energy like that from the sun, that is solar power, or wind, which not only does not pollute the air, but it also an endless supply of it, right? So, on the basis of this, what they have done here is they have plotted the circular graph. So energy sources, we have a table given to us where the data is given to us. Okay, so we have energy source coal, and the number of towns which are getting electrical energy from this is 12 towns. And then for oil we have 6 towns, for solar we have 3 towns, for wind we have 3 towns. These are the number of towns given to us. Okay, and there were total 24 towns. So if I say that I have a circle here, this whole circle is representing 24 towns. Now, if I try to plot all this in this circle, let's see how we are going to do this. So first we have coal, and coal is being the energy from the coal is being supplied to 12 towns. So 12 is what? It is half of 24. So I can directly take a half. Sorry, I can directly take a half of this half. This is first half. This is second half. Any half I can take, and I can write coal here and 12 here. Okay, why 12 here? Because 12 towns are getting energy from it. Now 24 minus 12 will give me 12. So this means this complete portion here is 12 towns. It is representing 12 towns now. Now let us see what we have next. Oil is 6 towns. So kids, the there are 6 towns which are getting energy from oil. Now I have 12 here, and we know that 6 is half of 12. So what I'll do, I will just take a half of this, and I'm writing oil here and 6 here. Okay, so this is representing 6, this is representing 12. So now what I have remaining here, 6 only. This particular part contains 6 towns. Now let us see what next is there. We have solar power which is going to 3 towns, and again wind power which is going to 3 towns. Now this solar power is what? This it is going to 3 towns, which is half of this 6. So 3 I have here, 3 I have here. So 3 are getting solar and 3 are getting the wind. This is how we can represent it. We have a whole of 24, and on the basis of data we have divided. Now, fractions. If I want to see that what fraction of the whole I have used here, so for coal was 12, which is half of 24. This was half of 24, right? So this means I have used half fraction here. Half of whole I have used. Next is oil. So kids, when we are talking about the fraction, we are talking with respect to whole 24 here. So if I say oil was of 6. There were 6 towns which were getting oil from wheat. Here this was half of whole. Yeah, that's correct. So I have to include one more step here. 12 is half of 24. It was half of 24, or you can also say it was like this, 12 by 24, which is half, right? Next I have oil. So for oil, what we have here, it is going to 6 towns, and this 6 is what? 6 out of 24. 6 out of 24 is 1 by 4 of fraction. We will all, for fractions, we will always take whole. Okay, here also we are all taking whole, here also we are going to take whole. Now for solar energy, if we want to see the fraction, it is 3 divided by 24. 3 out of 24 towns. So this is 1 by 8. Similarly for wind also, we have 3 by 24, that is 1 by 8. Okay, so these are the fractions. We can represent them in the form of fractions, we can represent them in the form of numbers, we can plot it as required in our question. Okay, so now we have exercise 14a. Let's pick this exercise. This circle graph show how Rishabh spent his day. A day has 24 hours. The circle has been divided into 8 equal parts with dotted lines. So this is one circle. It is divided into 8 parts with dotted lines. So each part represents 3 hours. Here each part is representing 3 hours. In the total day circle is this is of 24 hours. And what they are saying is they are dividing them into equally 8 parts with dotted lines, and each part is representing 3 hours here. You can fill in the details on the table with the help of the circle graph. Now with the help of circle graph, we have to put in this information here. Okay, so first what we have here is 6 hours. This is 24, right? And so let's see here. Here only I'm doing it, kids. So we have each part representing 3 hours here, and we have to fill in this information. This is the number of hours and this is the activity. We have to fill in the activity looking into this circle graph. So for one has been done for us, that for 1 hour he is doing his homework, which is here. Now, if you see this TV, this also representing 1 hour. So we can write for 1 hour here, he is watching TV. After 1, which is the next bigger part? This is play. So here he is playing for 2 hours. I am writing play here. And then we have 5 hours. This others is representing 5 hours here. I am writing others here. 9 hours is the biggest one. The biggest number is 9. This is the biggest part here. So for 9 hours, he is sleeping. And for 6 hours, he is going to school. So on the basis of the data given to us in the circle, we have done this part. Now, let's move to the second part. 100 people were asked which kind of movies were their favorite. So now the whole circle will represent 100 here, first of all. Now, look at the table that give their replies, color and label each circle graph accordingly. Now, a total of 100 people were asked. So this circle is total will represent 100 people. This is the favorite movie. The type of movies, 24 people like adventure movie, 20 people like the comedy movies, 20 like the mystery movies, and 36 people like the dramas. And on the basis of this, we have to fill in this information. So kids, looking into this, we can easily see that these two parts, they are equal. So they will represent 20 and 20. Right? So I'm just writing, you can fill in the colors in your books. This is comedy and this is mystery. The next bigger part is this one. So this is 24 representing the adventure. Okay. And the biggest part is 36, that is drama. These are the 36 people who like drama movies. Easy. Now next go to the next circle graph. The circle graph shows the vote for class section. If there are 40 students in the class, so the whole represent 40 here, the whole circle represent 40. Estimate the number of votes each person who stood for election got. Okay, so we have to see how many votes each person has got here. Ada, it has got 1/4 of 40. Yeah, so we can also see here that this is 1/4 of a circle and total circle represents 40. So Ada, she has got 1/4 of 40. That means she has got 10 votes here. Now coming to Rashi. So she has also got the same number of votes because it is representing the next. It is also showing the next 1/4 of the circle. So she has also got 10 votes here. Now coming to Anita and Meera. So for Meera, it has said that she has got 1/8 of 40. So 1/8 of 40 is 5. So that means Meera, she has got 5 votes. So there were 40 students, right? And 15 are out of it. So how many are left? 25, right? So we have 25 votes with Anita. So who won the election? It is Anita with the highest number of votes. We have calculated and also it is visible from the circular graph. She has got the maximum number of votes, that is 25. So who won the election with 25 votes? It's Anita who won the election. Which two students got the same number of votes? So Ada and Rashi, these are the two students who got the same number of votes. How many votes, more votes did Rashi get than Meera? So we have calculated Rashi got 10 votes and we have calculated Meera got 5 votes. So how many more votes did Rashi get than Meera? 5 votes. It is 10 minus 5, right? 10 of Rashi and 5 votes of Meera. So we have got 10 minus 5, 5 votes as the answer here. Now, the last question of this exercise, the circle graph shows the hobby that 48 students of the class 5th choose. So this whole circle, it represents the hobby of the different student of class 5th. Fill in the table to show the number of students that choose each hobby. So what we have here is the whole circle is representing 48 students, right? And we can easily see that this music is half of music is representing half of the total circle. That means this is 24 students who are taking music here. I'm writing 24, right? And also we can see for art, it is representing 1/4 of the whole. So that means there are 12 children who have taken art here, right? So what is remaining with us? We have 12 students who have taken gardening and sewing. And also we can say in both gardening and sewing, these graphs, they are equal. They are representing equal number of data. So that means the number of students left, which is 12 students are left now, they are equally divided into these two. So we have 6 students in gardening and we have 6 students in sewing. Since there are equal number of students, we could have divided them equally, but otherwise also what you can do, this whole represent 12, 24, sorry, 12 is taken and 12 is remaining, right? So we have 24 minus 12 whole, 20 half, this half represents 24, 12 has been taken by art and the remaining is 12 here. Now we have to distribute this 12 equally in these two because the circle graph is representing that the data is equal here. Okay. So this is done, kids. Now telemarks we are going to take in the next class. So please practice these questions at your home, and if you have any queries, you can always email me and I will see you all in the next class now. Thank you.